Hello everybody. In the current affairs this week, the week ended 18th of August 2024. We all know that the Indian economy is amongst the best performing economy from the top 20 economies of the world. And so is the performance of the Indian stock markets. The Indian stock market, at least on a one-year basis, is the best performing stock market in the top 20 economies of the world. But this week, the things were a little different. The Japanese Nikkei was up by around 9%, the Nasdaq was up by around 5%, and the S&P 500 was up by around 4%, but the Indian benchmarks appreciated by below 1%. But the trend across the week on the large caps Nifty 50, Nifty mid cap and Nifty small cap was at least positive. The best performing sector this week was Nifty IT, which was up by 4.7%. We all understand that the performance of the Indian stock markets is on the basis of the way the Indian corporates would perform. And in order to grow and perform, capital expenditure is something which is imperative. But it is unfortunate to note that in the year 2023, the capital expenditure incurred by the top 50 companies of India, the Nifty 50, has declined by 20.7%. In the earlier year, the capital expenditure was 7,43,000 crores. But this year, that is the year 23-24, it came down to 5.89 lakh crores, which is, as I said, a decline of big 20.7%. So, if capital expenditure is not made by these large corporates, then their growth in comparison to the mid-cap and the small-cap segment would be contained to a certain extent. Today, the major capital expenditure in the economy is done by the government, and in this budget also, the government has provided much more capital expenditure in comparison to what it incurred in the earlier year. But now is the time that the Indian corporates should do that heavy lifting of capital expenditure. We all know that India is known for its SIP inflows. Yes, in the month of July, the SIP inflows scaled to 23,332 crores. But I was surprised to see that the outflow from the SIP accounts was to the tune of 14,367 crores. A large amount of monies were also withdrawn from the SIP account. So the net inflow in the SIP accounts was just 8,964 crores. But this does not speak of the investment made in the equity mutual funds, because the NFO collections this month were to the extent of 13,735 crores. So yes, there was a good amount of inflow in Indian equity based mutual funds, but the unfortunate thing is that all those people who have been doing their SIPs have been looking at, or quite a few of them have been looking at, like, if there is a appreciation in it, they would tend to withdraw it. SIP, as we all know, it should be used as a tool for long-term wealth building, appreciation, and to achieve certain financial goals. So whatever is the levels of the stock market, the SIP should continue in good times and bad times. So this is the behavioral change that is something which is expected from the people who are into investing through the SIP route. This week, we also saw a listing of Ola shares, Ola Electric shares on the stock market. I would not like to talk about any companies specifically, but the reason I am talking about this case is that it got just hardly subscribed and the issue price of 76 rupees, and everybody was expecting that the trading would happen on the stock market on listing around that price or maybe at a little discount. But in around week's time, this weekend, the price of the Ola Electric stock was 133 rupees. The reason why I'm talking all these things is that this shows as to what all things are rewarded on the stock market. A company which talks futuristic, which is in the developmental mode, which is into businesses which can scale multiple times in the times to come, are the companies which are rewarded with premiums. So, futuristic development and growth would command a premium when it comes to the pricing of stocks or the values which the stock market would ascribe to it. This is all for this week. Thank you.